Mike Jones Beats.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama waiting. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. The conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags?
My bank account, Cowboys and management, I gave them the information, name, the route number. Through Mark Curry and Mike Zombie. They said Jay-Z sent 20,000.
To who? They said he sent it to you. Did you ever receive 20,000 from Jay?
Not at all.
Or from DJ Self? He said he was sending it through DJ Self. Did you receive any money from DJ Self?
And I put the video up. I'm the one that put the video up that Rob was in the hotel. A lot of people was mad. Why are you showing Rob like that? And that
I was mad.
He needed help. It was beyond my control. He needed help. He needed a lot of medical attention. I wasn't able to provide for him.
So hold on, you saying that nobody was helping? P. Diddy wasn't helping? He wasn't?
No, he did not.
Was Mark Curry helping?
No, he did not.
So no superstar, nobody in the industry was helping him?
DJ Self, we posted that video on his Instagram.
From you?
From my page. Right. I was in the hospital that recorded the video the day D-Max died. I asked him how you feel about X. Rob was talking. When Self reposted on his Instagram, it didn't came a lot of celebrities that Self did it called him. Self called me. Yo, Cal, a lot of dudes is blowing my phone, hit me up about Black Rob, blah, 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 blah. Allegedly, he said Jay reached out to Self, and Self was like, Jay trying to do something for Rob. What did he need? I showed you the text. I seen the text.
So y'all know that it ain't no bullshit. I seen the text. If you want to get the text, you can see where they showed you. When you were saying that I didn't get nothing. And DJ Self was saying he was going to send it to him. Through the whole text, he's saying I got nothing in my account. I didn't receive nothing.
So DJ Self was like, yo, Jay said, what do Rob need? I said, yo, he needs his own place. You know what I mean? He needs to go to the dialysis, you know what I'm saying, 3 times a week. And, you know, make a vehicle. You need to be comfortable. So Self was like, all right, yo, you got Zelle, you got your Cash App, everything. I was like, nah, I got a bank account, COMBS management. I gave him the information, name, the route number, the account number, and he passed it, he forwarded over where it's supposed to go to. So when he did that, you know, yo, anything come yet? I said, nah, nothing dropped yet. He said, all right, hold tight. I mean, something's gonna come through. Nothing came through. So it was no 20,000 came for Black Rob on that end. I mean,
so if you did get the 20, what you was gonna do with the money?
When I got the 20,000, it was gonna go to Black Rob as far as him getting his own place and shit that he needs. You know what I mean? I don't need nothing to profit from that. That's for him.
Yeah.
But what I did get was a royalty check that was sent from Rob's lawyer came to me per Black Rob telling the lawyer, send this to Cal, and he sent it to me, and it went into my account. I showed you that. That was documented, it went through, and that money was going to be used for Rob getting his own place. For we're not debating on or relying on this person, that person to do something. I mean, we'll use that money that will go towards him getting his own spot and work from there with that.
So what happened with that money? What ended up happening with that money?
With that 64, Rob went back to the hospital. He came out of the hospital. I took him shopping at Cumberland Mall. That's when the guy, Mark Curry, met us again at the mall. Spent $1,000 on Robin's shopping. Got him a hotel room, which was in my name, Cal Dawson, the Residence Inn in the Marriott at P Street Road. Now, Diddy did reach out. He did not reach out to Mark Curry. Mark Curry wrote a tell-all book on Diddy, stating that he's gay and all this other shit. So, Rob got the call from Diddy now, was like, yo, where Rob staying at? Cal got him a room at the Marriott. What name the hotel is in, and they extended it for 2 weeks. I guess that was might have been a grace period for them to say what they're going to do for Rob. They did that. And the receipt, it says Sean Combs Enterprise. So he did do that. So through that time period, nothing was ever done for Rob. I left Black Rob on a Thursday. He passed away on, what's that, April 17th? So I say I left Black Rob April 15th. I had a show at Benny Siegel and Freeway in Hampton, Virginia on that 16th. And then I had a show at Missy Cheeks in Aberdeen, Maryland on the 17th. I left Rob Thursday night and said, yo, I got this show Friday, Saturday. I'll see you Sunday. Halfway to Virginia, halfway to Baltimore, coming from Virginia, a lot of people was texting my phone thinking that, is it true? Is it true? Or what's going on? Yo, what's up with Rob? So I called the nurse lady, and she stated that me and Mark Curry went to the hotel. Rob was on the floor, saying that his leg's not working, he can't walk. Yeah, I think I was told they was going to get a wheelchair for Rob. Rob didn't want the public to see him like that. They put him in a car, they took him to a hospital. Rob didn't want to go there. They took him to another hospital. Rob said he wanted no needles stuck in him or anything of that nature. They took him to a juice bar, and as I was told that he went into cardiac arrest, and they rushed to the hospital, and then they pronounced him dead. I felt that Mark Curry should have been more responsible. When you come to the hotel, the man can't walk, call 911 or take him to the hospital and let them people admit him because he needs medical treatment. The day I shot that video when Rob was in the hospital room, he wanted to get discharged that day and come to New York to DMX funeral. I said, you can't do nothing for X. You got a tube in your back. You need to stay here. And for those who know Rob, he said, you know what? All right, no doubt, I'm going to stay. I ain't going to leave.
BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Okay, so today we want to talk about this Black Rob situation. Real quick, I want to apologize because when I initially put it on, I can't hear. So I don't know if there's a sound problem or not. So I didn't check the level. So I want to initially apologize for the first minute or so where there was no audio. I want to apologize about that. My apologies. But I do want to say I want to have this Black Rob discussion. I'm going to explain why real quick, and then we're going to do regular festivities and get to the show. The reason why I want to have this Black Rob conversation is because one, this goes once again back into what I've been talking about the music industry since we started doing this channel. These are all things that I've been saying for years. Like, none of this is new to me. So a lot of times we have these discussions. To be perfectly honest with you, it's just me re-clarifying positions that I've already previously had. That's one. Two, when we was talking about the Black Rob situation, we had somebody come into the chat. What they basically said is that Diddy didn't come around and all of these other people didn't come around until after Black Rob got sick. I'm saying that's what I was saying the whole entire time, just so we could be clear. That's always what I was saying. That these other individuals didn't come around till Black Rob got sick, or till they found that till Black Rob's sickness became public. And I'm not saying that that's a negative on anybody. We don't know what responsibilities any individual has, and we also don't know what kind of access somebody has to another person. So we don't know if these individuals, Diddy or anybody else, they might have knew that Black Rob was doing bad, but there's a good chance they didn't know how bad. That's all I'm trying to say. So we're gonna have that discussion. There's a couple of other things that happen in the news that'd be cool if we talk about, but that's the main things that I want to discuss today. So let's get to the people that did drops yesterday. And if anybody see Big Malo, please have him hit me. If anybody's seen Big Malo, please have him hit me. Immediately. Just so we can be clear. If anybody sees Big Malo. Let me see something real quick. None of that makes any sense. Anyway, there was nothing last night, so I'm just gonna call out the drop for today so far. Shout out to New York Silver Stack with the $5 drop. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Appreciate the brother. Appreciate all of you. Not for nothing. Let's do roll call real quick and then let's get to the show. Also, I want to say this right in the beginning, so I don't know who here and who isn't here. It's not that I'm trying to be disrespectful to anybody who is not part of the green team. It's just that it doesn't make sense for me to have entire conversations with people who are not part of the green team, while there's people that are part of the green team that want me to have conversations with them. So therefore, I'm reading mostly the green team comments. If you are not part of the green team, if you have a really, really good comment, I'll read it. Other than that, I'm probably just not going to read it out loud. But I do see all of the comments. With that being said, shout out to the business, dropping all of them frosts. What up, Black Cuddy? Salute to the Black Spades. Who else we got up in here? What up, Liberty Hazelton? What up, New York Silver Stacker? Liberty Hazelton says bags. What up, New York Silver Stacker? This morning, BBN fam and Frost. Smash that like. What up, Dog Soldier? He says, good morning to the BBN fam. Jack Frost, love is power, my brother, salute. What up, New York Silver Stacker? Says, anyone else not hearing anything? Or is it just your phone? It was not your phone. I had the levels down accidentally. So now I'm going to skip over all of the, there's no sounds. Because y'all already said what's up to y'all. What up, Vic Star? We love Vix. Shout out to Vix. What up, Prince to Amir? We got Prince to Amir up in here this morning. What up, Queen Shy? Dog Soldier says, wow, if that's all facts, those dudes is super grimy. I'm going to agree with you. Queen Shy says, good morning, Frost, BB and fam. Let's have a great show, great week. It's all love. Hit that like button. Who else we got up in here? What up, James S? So you see his smoking feet. Who else we got up in here real quick? What up, Vito Corleone? That's all I see, part of the green team. Once again, green team costs $2 a month. If somebody's not joining, it's not a money grab. It's damn $2 a month. It's not a money grab. You want to know what a money grab is? A money grab is saying, I don't know what a fucking money grab is, but that's not a money grab. It's $2 a month. It's not a money grab. Anyway, with that being said, I want to say this real quick. And I've been telling people this about the music industry for the longest. For anybody that says, well, Black Rob blew through his money, nah, that's not how it works. I'm going to explain something real quick. When you go get a record deal, they give you an advance, right? That advance that they give you, that's not your money to go build your life with. You got to get your project done. There's a lot of work that you got to do with that money to make that money make money. And on top of that, that advance is only a loan. So you got to pay that bitch back. And I think whenever I hear these people talk about, yo, these rappers blowing all of this money, and you talking about rappers from the 90s, nah, we're not doing that. Them rappers from the 90s didn't generally have money like the rappers nowadays be flexing. So we're not doing that. A lot of them rappers from the 90s that y'all think was balling, they lived in fucking basements with 3 other rappers and a singer. They lived in little houses somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in a basement making music. They don't have no, they blew their money. So please stop with this. These rappers blew their money and they get what they deserve. A lot of them wasn't getting paid to fucking begin with. Okay? Now for everybody, I'm going to explain what an advance is. One more damn time. An advance is a loan. You go to a record label. A record label says, we like your music. We want to sign you. Boom. You sign the paper. They say, here's the money. Go get your project done. That's what happens. So a lot of times these rappers, all of this money that these people keep saying, and not for nothing, a lot of the people that are saying this should know better. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people should know better. So I'm not shooting at nobody. Shout out to BQ Mommy. Everybody say what's up to my sister-in-law. A lot of these people should know better. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like they don't know better. They should know better. That's my point. Like, no disrespect. And because I'm not coming for them. I'm not coming for nobody. But no disrespect. But when I hear freaking DJ Punch say, well, these rappers blew their money. No, I see if you're saying that for rappers nowadays, because rappers nowadays, their money is a lot more liquid. Thanks SoundCloud. Rappers nowadays, money is a lot more liquid. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're talking about a rapper nowadays blowing their money, I'm going to be like, I can't really argue with you but so much. You know what? That sounds about right. You know, if you're doing 60,000 a show, you're doing 4 or 5 shows a month. If you're doing 50,000 a show and you're doing 4 or 5 shows a month, and you're not even pocketing 10K of that and making that shit work for you, then yeah, okay, boom, you fucking up. I I'm not even arguing with that point. That's a fact at that point. You doing, look, if you doing 4 or 5 shows a month, and believe me, a lot of these rappers is doing freaking 3-4 shows a week. If you're doing 4 or 5 shows a month, right? Let's say minimum you making 40K off of the damn show. If at the end of the damn month you're not even investing any of that money, like none of that money is getting invested, then yeah, that's on the fucking rapper. What are you talking about? You're not making your money work for you at all? But when we talk about these rappers from back in the fucking 90s and the early 2000s, that's not the way it went. You signed the deal, you got... The rap game is created. The way that the money works is created. So basically, if you're a rapper, you're always in debt. You can't get out of debt. The first fucking contract they give you is so fucked up that if you don't know any better, you're going to send yourself straight into debt and you're not getting out. That's the first contract that they give you. Remember we had Will Cornish, salute to Will Cornish. Remember we had Will Cornish on the show and we was talking about Meg Thee Stallion's contract, and we all agreed Meg Thee Stallion contract is kind of shit. Will Cornish said, yo, that's a general contract. That's a regular contract that people are getting. That's literally what people are getting. I didn't take that as I'm upset at Will for saying that. I didn't take that as, oh man, she's so stupid for signing that. I took that as, if right now that's the general contract that they're giving people, imagine what they was giving people 10 years ago. Imagine what they was giving people 15 years ago. So please stop with that. These rappers needed to save their money, especially if you in the music industry, so you know. You understand what I'm saying? Stop trying to blame the victim. Anyway, shout out to that shit. I want to also say this real quick. Yo, look. I told y'all he had some kind of kidney or liver problems. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all that. Remember we had somebody in the chat I think they was trying to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about or I was wrong. You just heard his friend say that he needed dialysis. You just heard his friend. I played the video. I'm going to play the video again. I'm going to play it again in a minute. But hold on. You just heard his friend say that he needed dialysis. I told you that he had like liver or kidney problems or something. He had an alcohol issue. I told y'all he had liver and kidney problems. He fucked his liver and his kidneys up. One of the two. I forget which one gets fucked up. I think it's kidneys. He fucked them up. He needed dialysis. So what are we talking about over here? He needed dialysis. Kidney failure. Thank you. Shout out to Bronx Bread. Once again, if you make a good comment and you're not the green team, I will read it. Queen Shot says, yeah, I remember that conversation. I was in here telling y'all about how he had some kind of liver or kidney problems. And then we have people saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. I keep trying to explain this. I'm telling y'all guys the facts. I'm really telling you facts. When I was talking about DMX, thank you. I'm really telling you facts. I can't do nothing about somebody saying I'm wrong, but I'm literally telling you facts. He had an alcohol problem. I know somebody that know him personally. I know a few people that know him personally. He had an alcohol problem. This is a fact. We have a link pinned. That's to become a member of the BBN channel. That's to join the green team. It costs $2 a month, $10 a month, and higher. But you could join for $2 a month. That's 6 cents a day. Just so we can be clear. Because I'm generally only reading people's comments that are part of the green team. Generally speaking. Everybody should comment though. But I told y'all that. He had a liver or he had a kidney problem. I remember when he first found out. That's how I'm trying to tell you. When he first found out, one of my peoples put me on to game. I'm just telling you. It was like, yo, you heard about Black Rob? I said, what? He said he was in the hood the other day. telling everybody that he needed a fucking some kind of, he needed to get organ transplant or some shit. He was in the hood talking about it. In the Bronx, I'm telling you. And this was a long time ago. So I know he's been had health issues. And they been knew. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody could say that they didn't know. I just want to be clear on that. They been knew. He been had health issues. He had health issues since the early 2000s. Anyway, so basically DJ Self had a GoFundMe going. Apparently, DJ Self ain't give nobody that, ain't send the money to Black Rob people. At least that's what Black Rob people was saying. Black Rob people was saying, yo, look, I'm gonna explain to you what he's trying to say. I'm gonna play the video again in a minute, but I'm gonna explain to you my interpretation. Everybody was gone. Black Rob was doing whatever he was doing on his own, struggling on his own or whatever. That dude was one of the people who was still around Black Rob. So when everything went to turn for the worse, and then people found out about the situation, he's literally the person who videotaped Black Rob in the hospital. After he videotaped Black Rob in the hospital and put the shit on the internet, that's when other people started pulling up to help. So, since he was there the whole time, since the beginning, the people that pulled up to help started trying to help through him. You get what I'm saying? DJ Self never did anything. Pardon me. DJ Self didn't send the money. Diddy paid for some for a room in a hotel or some shit like that for two weeks or 2 months or whatever the fuck he paid for it. And other people showed up and was showing support and love. DJ Self put together a whole entire GoFundMe, and he's saying DJ Self didn't send him nothing. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. This is the second time I heard about DJ Self doing some weirdo shit with niggas. I don't talk about the other time because it's not necessary, because it didn't come up. If it comes up, I'll talk about the other time. But this is the second time that I heard DJ Self did some weirdo shit to niggas. Just to keep it a stack. And for everybody that don't know, like, what level DJ Self is on, DJ Self is the one that brought the world Nicki Minaj. Boom. Wait, was it Nicki or Cardi B? Pardon me, Cardi B. Boom. It was one of them two. I think it was Cardi. It was Cardi B. DJ Self is the one that brought the world Cardi B. Boom. Think about that for a moment. And she split from him and stopped fucking with him. Now he mad about that shit or something. But all of this shit is stuff that I've been said. Like, not for nothing. Not even on no gloating shit. I told y'all how the music industry worked. I've been telling y'all about how the music industry worked for the longest. I've been correct so far. What up, E-Dogs? E-Dogs says, 16th like, big up. Good morning, BBN, chat fams, wrench crew, bagmen and women. First post on Green Team. Did Diddy really pay for Black Rob's funeral? I don't know if Diddy paid for Black Rob's funeral at this point, but I will say this. See, this is what y'all don't know about the 90s, right? For everybody, I'm talking to everybody that don't know about the 90s, right? And especially, like, maybe you was in the 90s, but maybe you wasn't in New York City. So I'm talking to you too, all right? But this is what you got to understand about the 90s, right? We didn't have lean yet, all right? So in New York City, people wasn't popping perks. There wasn't lean. There wasn't that. But people were still using drugs, like, to the max. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. The 80s was a fucked up time. So coming from the 80s, you still had a lot of people that were OGs to people who had drug problems. That's how DMX got caught up. Alright? The way people look at alcohol back then and shit like that was just totally different. Now I'm going to tell you something about some people, and this is where Black Rob falls into this category. There were a lot of people who they didn't do anything but, like, okay, so I used to know this dude, right? I'm not going to say his name or nothing like that. I'm not trying to disrespect him or nothing like that. And he actually got clean. But I used to know this dude that used to be a friend of the family. And he never drank water. He never drank water ever. All he ever drank was beer. The nigga's skin was so leathery, I can't even explain this shit to you. His skin was super leathery. He had like his body fat was extremely low because for everybody that don't know, alcohol burns your body fat. So a lot of y'all, not trying to be disrespectful, but a lot of y'all women that got flat asses and big stomachs, the reason is because you drink too much alcohol. What happens is, I'm gonna tell you two things that alcohol does real quick, and then I'm gonna also tell you what happens when your body is starving and dehydrated. When your body is starving and dehydrated, especially starving, what your body does, it goes and looks for fat to burn in your body. Fat is fuel. So your body goes and looks for fat to burn. One of the first places your body goes is the buttocks. The buttocks. That's one of the first places that the body goes for fat when you're hungry. That's why a lot of people that when they try to lose weight by starving themselves, usually what happens is while they're starving themselves, they're not losing weight anywhere else basically except for in their ass, because that's your emergency supply of energy. That's like, remember, before we started having refrigeration units, refrigerators is only about like 100 years old, y'all. Y'all do know this, right? Refrigeration, like refrigerators in the house and shit like that, that's only like 120 years old. So what happened is a lot of times in the history of the world, there'd be famine. So the way that the body started defending against famine was storing up fat to use as fuel when the times were lean. That's why women's asses grow a different way, because women also nurse the children and everything else. You understand what I'm saying? So they really need to store a lot of energy for multiple different purposes. So hold on. So what happens is when you drink a lot of alcohol, your body burns, alcohol burns fat, and also when you're starving, you burn fat. So when you see a lot of alcoholics, they have like sloppy body. Like even if they're fat, their bodies is like this, like it's weird, it's disproportionate. That's how come you could be a skinny out of shape nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, point being is this. Dude had a bad alcohol problem. Black Rob. Everybody knew about it. This was not a secret. I personally heard about how Black Rob used to be down in the Henny and all that other shit in the fucking studio. About how the nigga used to drink so much in the studio that sometimes they can't even. Black Rob does not have a lot of hits. You want to know why? It's not because he wasn't a dope rapper. It's because the nigga used to fall asleep during the studio sections because he used to be so drunk. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that so you can have the understanding that, you know, this man had a serious problem and everybody knew about it. This was not a secret. It was not a secret that Black Rob had a drinking problem. It was not. None of these things were secrets. Shout out to E-Dogs. He says that's why you lose inches before you lose pounds. Exactly. In agreement with biology lesson, we getting good info. Well, appreciate that. Everything I just said is like a factual statement, not for nothing. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You could literally just go look this shit up. But that's another reason why you see, especially a female, if she drinks a lot of alcohol, 9 times out of 10 she has no ass. No disrespect intended. That's why a lot of times you see a female, she drink a lot of alcohol, she has no ass. You see a female and she doesn't eat a lot. That's why to get a fat ass, literally, all you got to do is eat a lot. For all women out there, to have a fat ass, literally, all you got to do is eat a lot. The difference is some people eat a lot and they don't do no actual working out. So since you don't do no actual working out, it goes everywhere. But if you eating a lot and you working out and exercising, it's going to go to your ass if you staying active. E-Dog says 90 was like that, very painful. Drugs ease the pain. I think another thing that happened in the 90s is you had a lot of people that they were really scared of crack. Like people really wanted to stay away from crack. You understand what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, a lot of us kids that grew up and went to school in the 80s, one of the worst things somebody could do is come to school and call your mother a crackhead. Like that was, that's basically saying I want to fight you. You understand what I'm saying? That's basically, what up S. Powell? That's basically saying that I want to fight you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm assuming that's the sniper. That's like saying somebody want to fight you. You understand what I'm saying? Well, that's why I said also with exercise, so it could go to the right places, period. And it's also what kind of calories you're eating, by the way. I don't want to get stalled on this, but it's also what kind of calories you're eating. A lot of us eat empty calories now. Stop eating processed food. Stop eating shit with empty calories. Actually cut down on some of the red meat, because red meat doesn't digest well. Get active. Get active. Get active. I mean, the lack of activity is one of a big problem that we have nowadays. A lot of people, like myself, work particular jobs where they sit. And so a lack of activity is a big problem nowadays. I need to be more active myself. So that's definitely a big problem and a big issue. So I don't know. You deal with it however you want to deal with it. But so he had as they were saying, he had as they were saying, he had a drinking problem. I'm telling you because I know personally. All right. And you know, we all shout out to BQ Mommy. Everybody say what's up to my sister-in-law. And to be honest with you, like, we all got our own problems and issues that we deal with on a regular everyday basis. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm in no way trying to discount him or speak negatively about, you know, the fact that he had this particular, like, that was his struggle. We all got different struggles. You understand what I'm saying? Some people struggle with drugs. Some people struggle with life. Some people struggle with all types of different things. His struggle was with alcohol. Alcohol is actually one of the hardest drugs to get off of, and more people die from alcoholism in a year than I think almost any other drug. I think all drugs combined, not for nothing. More people die from alcohol poisoning or alcohol-related symptoms in a year, just so we can be clear. So this is definitely sad. But DJ Self didn't show up with the money. How DJ Self do a whole, how do you call that? How DJ Self do a whole GoFundMe, and then he don't show up with none of the money? I'm going to play the clip for y'all one more time so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Here go the clip.
Through Mark Curry and Mike Zombie. They said Jay-Z sent $20,000. To who? They said he sent it to you. Did you ever receive $20,000 from Jay?
Not at all.
Or from DJ Self? He said he was sending it through DJ Self. Did you receive any money from DJ Self?
And I put the video up. I'm the one that put the video up that Rob was in the hotel. A lot of people was mad. Why are you showing Rob like that? And that
I was mad.
He needed help. It was beyond my control. He needed help. He needed a lot of medical attention. I wasn't able to provide for him.
So hold on, you saying that nobody was helping? P. Diddy wasn't helping? He wasn't?
No, he did not.
Was Mark Curry helping?
No, he did not.
So no superstar, nobody in the industry was helping him?
DJ Self, he posted that video on his Instagram.
From you?
From my page. Right. I was in the hospital that recorded the video the day DMX died. I asked him how he feel about X while I was talking. When Self reposted on his Instagram, it didn't came a lot of celebrities that Self did it called him. Self called me. Yo, Cal, a lot of dudes is blowing my phone, hit me up about Black Rob, blah, 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 blah. Allegedly, he said Jay reached out to Self, and Self was like, Jay trying to do something for Rob. What did he need? I showed you the texts. I seen the text.
So y'all know that it ain't no bullshit. I seen the text. If you want to get the text, you can see where they showed you. When you were saying that I didn't get nothing. And DJ Self was saying he was going to send it to him. Through the whole text, he's saying I got nothing in my account. I didn't receive nothing.
So DJ Self was like, yo, Jay said, what do Rob need? I said, yo, he needs his own place. You know what I mean? He needs to go to the dialysis, you know what I'm saying, 3 times a week. And, you know, make a vehicle. You need to be comfortable. So Self was like, all right, yo, you got Zelle, you got your Cash App, everything. I was like, nah, I got a bank account, Cowboys Management. I gave him the information, name, the route number, the account number, and he passed it, he forwarded over where it's supposed to go to. So when he did that, you know, yo, anything come yet? I said, nah, nothing dropped yet. He said, all right, hold tight. I mean, something's gonna come through. Nothing came through. So it was no 20,000 came for Black Rob on that end. I mean,
So if you did get the 20, what you was gonna do with the money?
when I got the 20,000, it was gonna go to Black Rob as far as him getting his own place and shit that he needs. You know what I mean? I don't need nothing to profit from that. That's for him.
Yeah.
But what I did get was a royalty check that was sent from Rob's lawyer came to me per Black Rob telling the lawyer, send this to Cal, and he sent it to me, and it went into my account. I showed you that. That was documented. It went through, and that money was going to be used for Rob getting his own place. For we're not debating on or relying on this person, that person to do something. I mean, we'll use that money that will go towards him getting his own spot and work from there with that.
So what happened with that money? What ended up happening with that money?
With that 64, Rob went back to the hospital. He came out the hospital. I took him shopping at Cumberland Mall. That's when the guy, Mark Curry, met us again at the mall. Spent $1,000 on Robin's shopping. Got him a hotel room, which was in my name, Cal Dawson, the Residence Inn in the Marriott at P Street Road. Now, Diddy did reach out. He did not reach out to Mark Curry. Mark Curry wrote a tell-all book on Diddy, stating that he's gay and all this other shit. So, Rob got the call from Diddy now, was like, yo, where Rob staying at? Cal got him a room at the Marriott. What name the hotel is in, and they extended it for 2 weeks. I guess that was might have been a grace period for them to say what it's going to do for Rob. They did that. And the receipt, it says Sean Combs Enterprise. So he did do that. So through that time period, nothing was ever done for Rob. I left Black Rob on a Thursday. He passed away on, what's that, April 17th? So I say I left Black Rob April 15th. I had a show at Benny Siegel and Freeway in Hampton, Virginia on that 16th. And then I had a show at Missy Cheeks in Aberdeen, Maryland on the 17th. I left Rob Thursday night and said, yo, I got this show Friday, Saturday. I'll see you Sunday. Halfway to Virginia, halfway to Baltimore, coming from Virginia, a lot of people was texting my phone thinking that, is it true? Is it true? Or what's going on? Yo, what's up with Rob? So I called the nurse lady, and she stated that me and Mark Curry went to the hotel. Rob was on the floor, saying that his leg's not working, he can't walk. Yeah, I think I was told they was going to get a wheelchair for Rob. Rob didn't want the public to see him like that. They put him in a car, they took him to a hospital. Rob didn't want to go there. They took him to another hospital. Rob stated he wanted no needles stuck in him or anything of that nature. They took him to a juice bar, and after I was told that he went into cardiac arrest, and they rushed to the hospital, and then they pronounced him dead. I felt that Mark Curry should have been more responsible. When you come to the hotel, the man can't walk, call 911 or take him to the hospital and let them people admit him because he needs medical treatment. The day I shot that video when Rob was in the hospital room, he wanted to get discharged that day and come to New York to DMX funeral. I said, you can't do nothing for X. You got a tube in your back. You need to stay here. And for those who know Rob, he said, you know what? All right, no doubt, I'm going to stay. I ain't going to leave.
Yo, so I played it again. I played it in the beginning. I played it again. I want to try to make sure everybody got a chance to hear what he had to say. So, so what's up with DJ Self? What's up with DJ Self? DJ Self not only didn't play for the funeral, he collected money and they give them nothing. He not only didn't, hold on. He not only didn't pay for the funeral, he collected money for the funeral and gave the family nothing. So nobody gonna hold DJ Self accountable for this shit. Nobody gonna bring this shit up. Everybody is gonna be mad at Irv Gotti, but nobody's gonna be mad at DJ Self. E-Dog says, I don't know what's up with Jay-Z and Diddy. E-Dog says, whoever allegedly sent the original 20K to DJ Self need to show the receipt for the transfer to DJ Self. Flip side, maybe Rob was happier dying at the juice bar in the hospital. Boom. I want to say something about the juice bar thing also. So, but hold on one second. I'm going to say something, but hold on one second. He opened up a GoFundMe. I don't think one person sent the 20K. I think it's just public knowledge. It was a GoFundMe. You understand what I'm saying? So he opened up a GoFundMe. So it wasn't like he's saying somebody sent them 20K and we got to figure out who did it. It was a GoFundMe. A ton of people sent money, I'm assuming. That's the first part of what you said. The second part of what you said is, what I'm assuming is he never had money to pay for his medical expenses previously. So he's been going to the juice bar. And that's what's been holding him up for the last couple of who knows how many years. That's what could have been holding him up for who knows how many years. Shout out to Rude, don't nobody see them dots Jones. And what up, New York Silver Stack? I called out your drop already. So that's probably why he wanted to go to the juice bar. That's why he wanted to go to the juice bar, most likely. Because he wasn't able to get medical attention previously, and the closest thing he was getting to medical attention was eating healthy, going to the juice bar and getting straight vitamins. That could have been why he wanted to go to the juice bar. I don't personally know. I'm not going to stand here and act like I have the slightest idea, because I don't. But maybe it was because he was like, this is the end, and he want to go somewhere that he felt comfortable. That's a fact. That could possibly be it. Let's not act like there's not a chance of that. What up, DSTN? Ain't nobody calling you Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. So yeah, that's definitely a really good chance of that. Just so we could be clear. Shout out to James S with the $5 drop. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? So yeah, that's definitely, like, hands down. I don't know. I want to know what y'all think about this, like, on some real shit. Because look, I think it was the Real Choke No Joke also has said, yo, what is DJ Self doing making a GoFundMe if Diddy already said he gonna pay for the funeral? And that's why I say, if something happened to me, please don't believe anybody that says that they were cool to me unless you already know for me and them to be cool. Please don't. E-Dog says GoFundMe should show 20K. Trace the funds. Maybe no one donated to the GoFundMe. We need proof of funds to condemn. Otherwise, 20K is just a rumor to have existed. Once again, I don't know anything about what happened with the GoFundMe. I'm going 100% off of what this individual was saying during this interview. I'm not questioning what they're saying. Let DJ Self come out and say that no money came to the GoFundMe. DJ Self has to respond. I mean, realistically speaking, anybody could go to the GoFundMe and check. But DJ Self has to respond. Isn't that how this works? It's literally how this works. DJ Self needs to respond. and let everybody know, and respond to particularly what's going on in this particular situation. That's literally how this works. That's how this works. Do I know what's gonna happen with DJ Self? Don't know. Do I know for a fact he got 20,000? I think that's an arbitrary number for a dude to just come up with. So dude just decided to lie and said, I'm just going to choose 20,000. I think that's just, it's a pretty arbitrary number for him to just come up with. I'm going to assume that there has to be some foundation behind it. I want to know what DJ Self has to say about this. These aren't just random ass claims that should be not, that shouldn't be considered. None of these claims are random. That shouldn't be considered. These are reasonable claims for somebody to have to respond back to. And one of the main reasons why I'm saying that is because when it was first found out that he had a GoFundMe set up, what did Choke No Joke came out and said, yo, look, Diddy's paying for the funeral. Why does he have a GoFundMe set up? And I believe at that time, Choke No Joke even said that the GoFundMe had money in it. DJ Self said that, Choke No Joke said that it had money in it at the time. So yeah, I think DJ Self needs to respond. This is not the first time that I heard about DJ Self doing some weirdo shit. I'm just keeping it a stack. I think one of the reasons why he lost Cardi B was because he did some weirdo shit. And people are trying to just blame it on Cardi and saying that, some other people came and scooped Cardi up from under him, which is a possibility. But I also heard he did some weirdo shit. Some weirdo shit happened around him and Cardi B, and that's why he don't fuck with. Why Cardi B don't fuck with him no more. Also, there's a problem between him and Nicki Minaj apparently also. So, or there was a problem between him and Nicki Minaj. I don't know if the problem still exists or whatever the case is, but there was a problem between him and Nicki Minaj before. These are facts. They had a whole situation when they got on the elevator together. Him and Nicki Minaj got on the elevator together. One didn't talk to the other. DJ Self didn't talk to Nicki Minaj. And then Nicki Minaj went off on her Queen Radio on it about it. As this is just stuff I just remember that don't nobody else remember. What up, Gad Crawford? How you doing today, my brother? I'm wondering if this is just stuff that only I remember, that no one else remembers except for me. But this is shit I remember. She went all her Queen Radio and she roasted fucking DJ Self about it. And that's when she was trying to say DJ Self be playing people albums if they give him head and shit like that. This is a fact. She was saying that DJ Self was playing a certain female's music because he helped the female come up because she was giving him sexual services. Blessed and highly favored. This is a fact. P from Jersey says the GoFundMe shows 31,370 currently. Thank you, P from Jersey. So it's even more than 20K if we're to believe P from Jersey, which I don't believe. I don't feel no reason why not to believe him other than he's not part of the green team currently, which costs $2 a month. P from Jersey, you do drops. Join the green team. The only people I say join the green team is the people that do drops. Join the green team. You do drops. There's no reason in the world why you shouldn't be part of the green team. It's $2 a damn month or $10 a month, which one you want to choose. There's no reason in the world why you shouldn't be part of the green team. Just so we can be clear. Yeah, he's giving new meaning to spins. That's a fact. So, P from Jersey says, I'm not 100% sure. We're going to go off of P from Jersey's information. There's no reason why I should think that his information is wrong, so we're just going to go off of his information right now. But if his information is found out to be wrong, this is still just a hypothetical conversation. This is not a conversation that we're having saying that this is a specific fact. But we are saying that there is a GoFundMe which was opened up, and the people who was caring for the taking care of Black Rob's at the end, they didn't get any of the money from the GoFundMe. So that's an issue and that's a problem. At least that's what I think. You can feel however you want to feel about it, but I think that that's an issue and that's a problem. Just so we can be clear. But I heard some weirdo stuff about DJ Self before. I'm gonna tell you something. I am not the biggest fan of a lot of this hip hop shit, as y'all probably know. A lot of this stuff in hip hop, I'm not the biggest fan of. A lot of this stuff in hip hop, I think is effed up, and I go against it. We all know this. I tell y'all about. Could we hit that like button, please, and get those likes up? Sorry about that. I got some weird ass alert. So a lot of this shit that happened in hip hop is weirdo shit, right? A lot of the shit that happened in hip hop isn't fair to the artists. So once again, why do we keep talking about artists blowing all of their money? Stealing from a dying man, that's grimy as shit. That's actually the definition of a ghoul, a grave robber. One of the definitions for a ghoul is a grave robber. They've been changing our words around a lot. But one of the definitions for a ghoul is a grave robber. An evil spirit or spandom, especially one that robs graves. A person morbidly interested in death or disaster. Focusing on the rob graves part, because that's where the initial thing came from. Somebody that robs graves is a ghoul. That's why they hang out in cemeteries, digging up bodies and robbing the graves. For everybody that don't know, we have a bad history of burying people in expensive items. So, that used to happen. People would bury a motherfucker with a damn diamond necklace that's worth like all of the monies, and then people will come dig them up after the fact, steal the necklace, and then go sell it. That's a ghoul. So yeah, people making money off of the dead is a ghoul. A big bag of bricks. What in the hell? So that's what particularly this whole DJ Self dude is on. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about it. If this shit is true. Jake P from Jersey looked at the thing. P from Jersey says that there's $31,000 in it. I don't know any of this to be fact. I tell you what, why don't we go look at the GoFundMe? We go look at it right now. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna find this shit. Okay, so his GoFundMe account is being said to have been created to help combat homelessness and health concerns for Black Rob. But Black Rob passed away. Now what? No, hold on. There's a whole nother GoFundMe that was apparently put up also. By Mark Curry and a zombie guy. So there's more than one GoFundMe that was put up. Shout out P from Jersey joining the green team. Salute, my brother. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. See, this is the problem. Black Rob does not have a big catalog. Okay, so Black Rob does not have a huge catalog, right? So that means that since he has a small catalog, there's not but so much, like, you have to work your catalog. How often do you see, first of all, Whoa should be in damn near, there should be at least one movie a year that comes out with Whoa. That was a banger hit. It fits in a lot of spots. But you need somebody to be working your catalog to get your catalog in the movies, to get your catalog on the television, to get your catalog in commercials. You need somebody reaching out and working your catalog. Black Rob might not have that. You understand what I'm saying? So you owning, I don't even know if he owns his masters or whatever. So I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about any type of residual income that he will be getting because he's an author of a thing. So we're not talking about masters and none of that. But you have to have somebody working your catalog. If nobody's working your catalog and your catalog isn't making money, you're not getting you're not getting nothing from it. So that's why a lot of these rappers be out here saying they own their masters. But you own your masters, but what is your masters doing? Is your masters just sitting in a vault somewhere? Is your masters just sitting on a computer somewhere? Is your masters just in the internet, but it's not actually being applied to anything? You have to have your masters work for you. So I say all that to say this. Black Rob had a short catalog. I'm going to say this again, and this is no disrespect to Black Rob. But Black Rob wasn't as hard of a worker as he could have been. I've heard stories about them having studio sessions and Black Rob drinking so much during the studio session that it just don't work all the way. I'm going to explain to y'all something. There's a reason why a lot of these rappers crash. Because they go do these studio sessions that go for like a week. And they taking speed and everything else to stay up so they can stay working. I'm telling you what it is. That's why a lot of these dudes, I'm not going to call no names out, but that's why a lot of these dudes start looking old as shit, dumb early. You got niggas that's 20 years younger than me that look as old as I should look. Remember, I'm just not lined up or nothing. I don't know the last time y'all saw me with a haircut. Well, I cut my own shit, but the last time y'all saw me actually go to a barber and try to get nice. You feel me? P from Jersey said Mike Zombie, Mark Curry with a K, I believe, organized it according to the fund. Okay, so that's a whole different fund. That's not the DJ Cell fund. That storm definitely should have been open into a major crime TV show. Exactly, something. But as we heard the two gentlemen talking, they was talking about DJ Self. So DJ Self had a fund for him to be buried. They opened up a fund for something else. They wanted to be able to take care of Black Rob if Black Rob, it made it through, which he didn't. Very sorry to say. E-Dog says status is value more than generational wealth to a cultural destroyed people. When the well that wouldn't run dry is empty, if self stole, he gets swole. Look. This is the best way I could say it. If you think the shit that come up in your Instagram feed is random, then I don't know what to tell you. The shit that come up in your Instagram feed isn't random. Instagram, listen to me. Let me explain something. Instagram pays attention to what pictures you look at, what pictures you look at the longest, what pictures you hit likes on. They pay attention to which pictures you go and you want to reshare. And so when you open up your jump off, look at the first thing I see. Whenever I open up my Instagram, the first thing I see 9 times out of 10 is a attractive woman. I am not going to lie to you. I'm keeping it a whole stack. The first thing I see when I open up my Instagram is a woman. Why? Because that's most of the fucking content I'll look at on Instagram. I'm keeping it a stack. I'm keeping it a stack. As most of the content I watch on Instagram is women. What the fuck? So whenever I open up my Instagram, majority of the time I see women. Period. Now,
Find everything you need for spring, and with the services that make shopping easy.
oh fuck. The reason why I'm pointing that out is this. I know what I'm trying to say. We believe that the majority of what we're doing is because of of independent thought, free will. We believe that the majority of what we do is because of free will. I'm telling you right now, the majority of what you do is not because of free will. We have all been programmed for something. I fight my programming like a motherfucker. But we have all been programmed. Okay? When you open up your phone, the things that are going to pop up to you first is always going to be whatever is programmed for you. I just opened up my Instagram again. A whole different shorty. Look, I'm just randomly opening up my Instagram. Look. So you trying to tell me no one is posting but women? Okay, now, shout out to him. Chiali. Look, no one is posting but women. So this is how my Instagram looks. and I'm following not that many women. You get what I'm saying? So we believe that we have independent free thought. But in reality, we do not have independent free thought. Stop thinking that. Understand how you're being controlled and what is pushing you in what direction. And I'm not saying to fight against it, just so I gotta blow my nose. And just so we could be clear, I'm not saying to fight against it, to go against it, or nothing like that. I'm just trying to say to fully better understand yourself and your environment. To be able to fully better understand yourself and your environment. That's what I'm saying, just so we can be clear. So when I see E-Dog say status is value more than generational wealth to a culturally destroyed people, what I'm saying is I do not disagree with you. But the reason why this is a thing is because the people are valuing status over generational wealth, and then we're programming ourselves to keep doing such a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're programming ourselves. Every time you go into Instagram and all you do is click like on fuckery, you're programming Instagram to tell you about fuckery. Right? Every time you go on Facebook and you see effery and you click like, you're programming them to let them know that's what the type of stuff that's the energy that you're trying to get out of your jump off. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every single time. It works like that with everything. When you go to Google and you search something, with everything. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that it's more of a self-fulfilling prophecy than it is just something that's being created. If we decide that that's not something that we want, the universe will have to give us something different. America will have to give us something different. If we decide that we're going to stop valuing status over generational wealth, America will have to do something different in order to manipulate us. So at the end of the day, all you can do is try to spread the word. Try to let people know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? That's the best you could do. You're going to always have your detractors. You're going to always have the individuals that's going to try to make it seem like, how do you say, anytime you're trying to do something different than what the status quo is, that you're wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're always going to have those. It's what you're going to subscribe to. Are you going to subscribe to just getting in line and being sheep? Or are you going to subscribe to thinking on improving your way of interpreting the situation? Because once we decide to improve our way of interpreting the situation, then we can change what's going on. Period. Unless we're on that wavelength, we're not going to be able to improve anything that's going on. We're going to have to just live with what happened. But yes, 100%. I'm going to read his comment, even though he's not part of the green team. Ace King, I don't know if you're a troll and you're just coming here to troll or not. But even if you are, or you are in a troll, you do a lot of good comments. You need to just spend the $2 a month and join the green team. There are literal trolls that's a part of the green team. So I don't kick you just because I think that you're a troll. I don't want nobody to think that. There are literal trolls who are part of the green team. I'm just letting you know. I don't have a problem with trolls. I have a problem with haters. I want to be clear on that. You do you do quite a few good comments. I'm about to read your comment. You need to just join the green team. $2 a month, man. Anyway, he says, we can't even stop putting thoughts on the pedestal. Good women get shunned and thoughts get praised. All IG chicks look the same. I'm going to say this real quick. One, I think a majority of the IG chicks look similar because they're all doing similar makeup. They're all doing similar makeup, so they look the same. And a lot of them are going to the same doctors, so they look the same. I'm going to agree with you on that 100%. I'm not arguing that point. I also think that we don't give women, just in general, and I'm not talking about whether you went to a doctor or not, but I'm saying the females that carry themselves. No, I don't think you're trolling with that comment. I'm talking about previous comments that I've seen you write on different lives. I thought you was trolling. I'm not talking about this comment. But check this out. So, I do believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that we are definitely holding the way that the woman look above the way that the woman carries herself. But I also want y'all to understand something. I'm agreeing with this. I'm agreeing with your point, everything that you just said. But I also want to explain something to you. A lot, and I'm telling you this just from my perspective. A lot of good men have it hard in life. A lot of good men have it hard. No, you join the green team. There's a link pinned. There's a link pinned. You go to the link. It allows you to join the green team. But if you want to do a Cash App, you can also do a Cash App. To just do a Cash App that has shit to do with joining the green team. I'm not trying to get you to do something you're not trying to do. Anyway, so check this out. Check this out. It could be somebody else with a similar name than King Ace. It could be a different person that I'm thinking about. I could just be wrong. But check this out. We have a problem, or we have a situation where a lot of the females that are natural, that's out there doing what they're doing, they believe that they need better from us men. And not for nothing, everybody needs better from whoever their counterpart is, period, right? So when we have Instagram and we have all of these chicks on there that's dressed up and they're looking extremely fine and they're looking extremely attractive, what y'all have to remember is their DMs is being blown up by mad weirdos. Their DMs is being blown up by fake accounts, faking to be other people that they not even. I had that happen to me quite a few times. Hold on. I literally had somebody going around like DMing Instagram chicks trying to get them to block me, so I can't telling them. I think they was telling them I was stalking them or some shit because I was reposting their pictures or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, So the point in which I'm trying to make is they have a ton of people in their DMs. Now, I consider myself a good man. I've made a ton of mistakes in my life. I'm not perfect, but I don't ever do anything with the intent on hurting somebody else. And sometimes if I think that what I'm gonna do is gonna hurt somebody else, I just try not to do it. I'm trying to God first. I don't know no other way to put it. And I know that I've done some things in my life that I need to correct for, or whatever the case is. So I'm always trying to do the right thing, even if it's to my detriment. And I make myself, I'm not gonna say, I've been in quite a few situations where I know it would have been better for me to do a different thing, but God first. I don't know no other way to put that. So when I see a female on Instagram who has a attitude with somebody, I don't take it as they're mad at all men. I take it with the understanding as, if this is just coming from me, because hey, I got people pull up in the chat all the time saying weirdo shit, so maybe I have a different perspective of it. But I take it with the understanding of, when you have somebody stalking you, you just treat people differently. For everybody that's never been stalked, you'll never understand it. You won't know the difference between stalking and trolling. Wouldn't know the difference between stalking and hating. There's a difference. Alright? There's a big difference between stalking somebody and trolling them, and stalking somebody and hating them. There's a big difference. A lot of these women literally do get stalked. So I'm not going to hold it against them if they treat men a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hard being a good person. It's easy being a person that is a fucked up individual. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's just easier. I don't know how to explain it. But when you're a good person, it's just life is more difficult. I know they try to make it seem like when you're a good person, you're a good person, life is good for you if you're around good people. But if you're a good person and you're not around good people, life is not going to be good for you. Life is going to be terrible. So yeah, a lot of Instagram women, what's happening is, especially the ones that are extremely attractive, their DMs is getting blown up like crazy, where everybody wishing them and promising them this, and they're gonna do this for them. They flying IG models out to Dubai apparently, and having them give head to camels and all type of other shit when they get them out there in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm pretty sure that there are a ton of females who disappeared off of IG and don't nobody even know about it. They went and flew somewhere to go do a thing and ain't never come back. So, there's a detriment also to being attractive. This is a fact. Yeah, there is a rumors. I'm just gonna call it rumors at this point. But there were rumors that anybody trying to, I'm not gonna read this comment because this was sent for the green team. Anybody trying to join the green team, there is a link in the description. If you're trying to join the green team, do not send money to the Cash App. There's literally a link pinned if you're trying to join the green team. It costs $2. This is not a money grab. This just makes it easier for me to be able to read the comments and discern who is somebody that I'm gonna read comment and somebody who I'm not gonna read comment. This is not a money grab. It's $2 a month. What the fuck am I trying to do? Try to get $2 a month from something? Like, what the fuck? This is not a money grab. I get it though. Somebody is gonna tell you it's a money grab and you're gonna believe them, but it's $2 a month, man. How much is your comments worth? How valuable is your comments to you? That's all I can say. IG chicks are going missing. Yeah, I never realized that. Nobody else noticed. Hold on. Y'all never know. Some of them get missing and then pop back up, but they keep their mouth shut because the people that whatever is powerful. Y'all never seen them model chick, them IG models go off of the internet, go off of IG for like 3 months? Yeah, sometimes they just be getting surgery and they gotta recover, but that don't be the case all the time. Sometimes they just went and flew somewhere and now they can't get back home, and it is what it is. Telling you, sometimes they just flew a place out of the country and they can't get back home. And now they out there doing who knows what to who knows who. And then they come back and they not right for a while. You can see it in their pictures when they take their pictures. They put some pictures up, they not right. And then after a while they get back into their groove. It is what it is. I'm surprised nobody else knows, because I follow IG models' careers. So maybe that's why I recognized it. But yeah, that's a thing. For everybody that don't know, it's a thing. They go disappear. Well, not like like the movie Hostel, but they're not killing them. They're not killing them, though. They're not killing them. They doing all types of other things is going on. They're not killing them, though. At least as far as I know. But remember, we do hear about IG models been popping up dead lately. Right? Queen Shah says PSA Force will no longer be engaging with people who aren't part of the green team. If you would like to be part, click join on your video and choose your tier. Users can log in through Safari. iPhone users can log in through Safari. Alright, so Queen Shah is going to explain it to you. Yeah, I mean, don't sending money to the Cash App is not going to make you part of the green team. Just so we can be clear, that's not going to make you part of the green team. So if you're trying to join the green team, do not send the money to the Cash App. That is not going to make you part of the green team. Just so we can be clear. Yeah, they probably do got brothels in Dubai. They probably got brothels all over the place, full of IG models. All over the place. You think only in Dubai? You think only in Dubai? They probably got brothels all over the place. I don't know. Maybe we do a video about Joe Budden podcast today. Shout out to E-Dogs with the $5 drop. He says, peace, everyone. I'm out for the morning. Stackers out of the AM Saloon. Appreciate you, E-Dogs. Enjoy your day. If you got on the iPhone, you have to use a browser like Safari. You can't use your YouTube app because it's not in the YouTube app. So you have to use a browser like Safari. Anyway, I'm going to keep going about this. But shout out to Mark Curry, that Mike Zombie. whoever that zombie guy is. Shout out to them trying to get his affairs in order. Trying to get his affairs in order. But I do want to say this. Like, please stop talking about how rappers is blowing all of their money. Could we please stop doing that? Please stop doing that. Could we stop doing that? People keep acting like rappers are blowing all their money. That's not what's happening. These rappers do not have the money that these individuals is pretending to have. They don't have money like that. They're not in. That's not their situation. So we got individuals, you got rappers that's really suffering out there, and you got fucking idiots talking about. You got idiots talking about where they ran through their money. He ain't had no money to run through. I'm telling you, Black Rob ain't had no money to run through. All due respect. He had no money to run through. Haven't you heard enough stories about Diddy's bad boys in the 90s to know that? And I'm talking directly to DJ Punch, by the way. Haven't we all heard enough stories from different bad boy artists to know that the bad boy artist was not making any money? Haven't we heard enough? We've heard enough. I think we've heard enough stories about how bad boy artists didn't make anything. That Diddy made all the money. That they had contracts. That even if they go work with other people, they still got to pay Diddy. Now, I'm not mad at Diddy. It is what it is. I'm not here to talk about the validity of his contracts or how good his contracts was or wasn't. I'm just trying to say that this was a thing. So for DJ Punch to go on his platform and say basically, well, these rappers need to learn how to manage their money or whatever the case, they didn't have none. And more importantly, what do you think a street dude is going to do once he gets a little bit of money? You think he's going to invest that shit? Or you think he's going to take his peoples out the party? What do you think is going to happen? You know how many years it took basketball players to get the hang of managing their money? Athletes, people that come from the hood, that was never taught money management. So can we please stop talking about people blowing through their money? How many of you are at home right now teaching your child how to manage money? Let's just break it down like that. How many of you give your child some type of allowance and then monitor how the money is spent and discuss with them about their spending habits? How many of you? I literally do that, by the way. I discuss my daughter's spending habits with her. How many of you do that? How many of you do that? Can somebody please explain to me how many of you do that? Because I do that. I discuss spending habits with my daughter. I discuss money things with my daughter. Anybody else do that? Thank you, Queen Shah said her mom's did with her. Queen Shah's mom's is I believe what's your mom's an attorney? She just got some kind of like dope ass promotion too. Shout out to Queen Shah's mom. How many people doing that? Shout out to New York Silver Stacker. I don't know why you just said that comment. So I appreciate it though. If somebody really want to support, you could drop $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App. So I say all that to say this. Listen. Oh, you got to catch it. Not a problem. Don't worry about it. So look, I say all that to say this. Listen. She's in law school. Got a dope ass internship. I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of her too. Tell her I need some lawyer advice. Tell her I want to sue some people. I need some lawyer advice. So I don't want to hear how we're talking about rappers are blowing through their money. I don't know where we're taught how to manage money. High Noon says I do because I'm an upcoming artist, so I see how someone needs to show her the value of money. What you talking about, your daughter? Yes. It's important. Have these conversations with your kid. Look, if possible, I don't care. As soon as your kid starts going to elementary school, if possible, I don't know nobody else's financial situation, obviously, but if possible, you give them a little, I don't know what you want to call it, an allowance, but you know, basically it's just a payment for being my child. You give them an allowance and then monitor how they spend their money, talk about what they're spending their money on, talk about, well, you know, there's this thing and you want to be able to buy blind this and this and that, and then see where their minds is with it. Because your kid might start doing extra stuff around the house, and pay them. Stop. I'm going to tell you the number one thing I hate. I hate when, okay, so cleaning up after yourself is a must. You don't pay nobody to clean up after themselves. All right? We're not doing that. I'm not gonna praise you for cleaning up after yourself. You're supposed to clean up after yourself. But there's other things that a house always need. There's communicable chores. Right? On your child's own. See if your child will offer to be like, yo, if I do this, I do that. Could I make extra money? This is how we start building that hustler in your child. You want to build that hustler up in your child. That's what you want to do. You want to cultivate that work and get honest days paid. And then you want to cultivate, get money and spend it responsibly. That's what we need to try to cultivate in our children. That's just my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about. But this is just my perspective on it. I send my daughter money. I don't complain about whatever she buys. It's on her. If she buys something, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh man, you shouldn't have got that. I'm just going to discuss with her, well, why did you think that was something worth buying? She might have a great reason. Oh, really? That's a pretty good reason right there. Shout out. Did you enjoy the thing? Did it make the thing make you happy? Was it worth it? All right, boom. So I saw a thing on the internet, right? I saw a thing on the internet, right? So check this out. It said, you know, what you do when you get money. Do you take the money? Do you invest the money, or do you take the money and do you spend the money on things that you like, you know, and gonna enjoy? And basically, it said both of these things are healthy, because one of those things, you're investing in your financial health when you invest the money, and when you spend your money on something that you like, you're invested in your mental health. Don't forget, we need to do things that make us happy. That's so important. Teach that to your children. We need to do things that make us happy. We need to do things that make us feel satisfied. We need to do things that make us feel like we can win, that we are winners and that we are winning. You want to know what's one of the worst things a parent could do to their child outside of physical and sexual abuse and mental abuse, obviously? But this is mental abuse. Never letting your child feel like they gotta win. Never letting your child feel like they gotta win. Like, if you feel like you need to always make your child feel like a loser, you're a bitch ass nigga. And there are people out there like that feel like every single time they see their child doing well, that they gotta hammer them down. There are people like that. P from Jersey says, my daughter will be educated and like my parents were able to show me the same. Mahal Noon says, I show my daughter money revenue. She start making Roblox videos. Proud Pop. Salute. Celebrate your children. I'm going to tell you what slave mentality. So a lot of us suffer from having parents that grew up in a situation where their parent taught them the slave mentality. If you over 40, if you're over 35 years old, 9 times out of 10, your parents your parents were raised by individuals who was raised teaching the slave mentality. All right, so there's a lot of shit that go into this slave mentality shit, just so we could be clear. But the easiest way that I could explain this is, of this particular thing that I want to address is, a slave mentality, one of the things that the slaves used to do was this. They would beat their child so the master wouldn't beat them. Because if the master beat them, the master might kill them. So one of the slave mentality things that's still left over is, what people do is, when they see that their kid is doing anything that is a little bit outside of the box, they hammer them down. They try to make them conform to whatever the norms is, instead of letting them flourish and be who they are. So whenever they see their child doing anything that everybody else isn't doing, they might criticize their child. They might punish their child. They might just psychologically abuse their child to try to get their child to conform. That's all part of a slave mentality. If you're over 35 years old, there's a good chance that your parent was raised being taught these methods. When my child goes out into the world, my child should not be noticed. We're going to do everything to make my child not want to be noticed. We're going to do everything to make it so that my child, when they go out into the world, they don't try to be good, basically. They don't want them to be noticed. They don't want them to stand out. You understand what I'm saying? That's all part of the slave mentality. Don't be doing that to your child. If your child sticks out, if your child is exemplary at something, you feed that wolf. That's what you do. You don't try to kill that wolf. You feed that wolf. You got a lot of parents that they believe raising their children is making sure that their children got anxiety. Making sure that their children is basically I once had a relative tell me, a very close relative, that everybody in the world is better than me. I had another relative tell me that black people don't, my father told me black people don't write books. Basically, black people don't do anything smart. So anytime I was talking to my father about something that was like had to do with intelligence, and I was saying that that's something I was interested in, he will always tell me that black people don't do that. Slave mentality. So don't do that to your children. Allow for your children to flourish. Don't do that to your children. I was told that numerous anytime I ever wanted to do anything at all, I was told black people don't do that. Laughed at me mockingly. Don't do that to your children. You might have a whole star right under your roof. You might have a whole star under your roof. You might have the next Miley Cyrus. You might have the next, I don't know, just saying random celebrity names. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. You might have the next, I don't know, Mark Hamill. I don't know. I'm just naming random people's names and shit. You might have the next Rihanna. Don't minimize your children's abilities. That's all I'm saying. That's a fact. You get used to hearing the word no. Don't make your children that way. Because then they start expecting no. And then no matter how good they are at things, they're usually going to be to their own detriment, holding themselves back. No matter how hard they want to try to get to that next wherever, they're going to be holding themselves back. Because they're so used to hearing no. They're not, like, I'm going to keep it a whole stack with you. Don't feel bad about me. Don't feel bad for me. All right? Quite honestly, don't feel bad, but I didn't start hearing yeah when I first started hearing people say yeah to me, I had to be like in my mid-teens. When I first started actually going into environments where it was where people said yeah to me, I had to be in like in my mid-teens. I always heard no. It was no to everything. Everything was no. Everything was we don't got this, we don't got that, and everything was no. Everything. Until I got to like my mid-teens. And I started going around different people. Because I got old enough to, and I started going around different people. Everything was no. Don't do that to your children. That's all I'm saying. Encourage, support, promote. Like that's like when your child comes, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong. But when your child comes to you with a thing, you should be doing one of those three things. Encourage, promoting, or supporting. And if they're doing something that you would prefer that they don't do, then don't talk down on the thing that they're doing that you don't want them to do. Then you encourage them to do the thing that you want them to do. But it's still their choice. So we should be encouraging, supporting, and promoting all the time. If you're not doing one of those three things with your child, you are doing it wrong. Encouraging, supporting, promoting. That's what we should be doing with our children at all times. Whenever your child comes to you and it's some shit and you're like, oh damn, not again, then you got to choose. Are you going to encourage? Are you going to promote? You're going to encourage them to do whatever the thing is that they're doing because you love it. You're going to promote them to do something totally different other than the thing that they're doing without talking down on the thing that they're doing. Or you're going to promote them. They're doing a thing. It's so dope that now you on their team. How are we going to make this happen? What do you need? No matter what it is, when you're having that conversation with your child, no matter what it is, when you're having that conversation with your child, it has to 100% be positive. 100%. Your communication back to them has to be positive. %. Just so we can be clear. Your communication back to them got to be positive. And I think that that's an issue. So let's not talk about rappers not knowing how to control their finances. I don't want to, that's not a good conversation to have because we don't know how to control our finances as just regular people. So if our community have a problem controlling their finances, rappers are the least of the ones that we need to be getting on. All right? So I didn't like that whole thing. And they don't got no money. Who the fuck? Bad Boy wasn't getting no... The Bad Boy was getting money, but the Bad Boy rappers, they wasn't getting no money. What kind of fucking money was the Bad Boy rappers getting? They wasn't getting shit. In all due respect. Shout out to Diddy eventually coming through when he came through, but you know, it was kind of late. I'm not gonna bash him. I'm not gonna go in on him on it, but it was kind of late, and Diddy needed to be there a lot earlier. A lot of people needed to be there a lot earlier. They knew that that boy was sick. It wasn't a surprise. I knew he was sick. You trying to tell me I knew he was sick, but Diddy didn't know? The people that's actually in his circle or in circles that he's been in didn't know? They knew. Now, I don't know why they didn't help. Maybe there was a reason. Maybe they couldn't help. Sometimes people pull up on you and they like, yo, look, you need help. And, you know, there are a lot of, and I'm not calling him a drug addict. He had an alcohol problem, I believe. But, you know, there are a lot of people who have drug habits and you pull up to help them and give them assistance. But they don't take your assistance. What they do is they whatever help you're trying to give them, they use that to be able to get more drugs. So they use that so they could be able to, you know, stick a little bit closer to that life that they was living. So I can't really get too angry or too mad at somebody that it removes themselves from an individual's life that might have a drug issue or might have a drinking problem or whatever the case is. There got to be a good reason why you remove yourself from that person's life. Boom. Yes, Queen Shot says you're supposed to speak life into your child. That's a fact. That's why, shout out to Charlemagne the God. I'm saying shout out to Charlemagne the God because he talks about mental health, adult mental health. Like, not for nothing. Like, I have, like, anxiety issues. I have anxiety. I ain't gonna lie to you. And this has nothing to do with the trolls or nothing like that. I just have anxiety. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what other way to explain this, but when you're really a good person and people just like you just really getting the short end of the stick a lot, you know, you shy away from shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a stack. You just shy away from shit. You see shit before it's gonna happen a lot, and then it happens, and then you're like, oh fuck, I knew this bullshit was gonna happen. But yeah, I got anxiety issues. A lot of grown people got anxiety issues. And I'm gonna tell you the worst thing about having an anxiety issue. When you have anxiety, and if that shit like activate or whatever the case is, people always assume it's some other shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you might not want to go a place because it just don't ring right for you for whatever the reason might be. And people just assume something else, like, all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like, anxiety is a motherfucker. Anxiety is sometimes going to look like anxiousness, which it is. It's going to look like fear. It's going to look like being excited. It's going to look like anger. Like, anxiety looks like everything. You understand what I'm saying? Just to be honest with you. So a lot of times people just be having an anxiety attack or whatever the case is. And another individual might be like, yo, that person's a pussy. That person's a sucker. But nah, they just having an anxiety attack. They going through something difficult in their life right now that, you know, it is what it is. And I think that that's another reason why I feel the way that I feel about people when they just serving out hate to individuals. Like, you're just making stuff up. Like, why? Like, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I got anxiety. That's a fact. Hold on one second. Shout out to Everett Gilchrist sending a $5 drop. Hated drop. He says, she said you've been preaching. Oh, you might not be at work. Oh, Everett Gilchrist is at work. He's not in here. Shout out to Queen Shah hitting her husband up and telling him I've been preaching this morning. Appreciate you. But yeah, I got anxiety, and I know for a fact that people see me Like, and I might be having like an issue with anxiety at that moment, and I know for a fact people will see me and just claim it to be something else other than what it actually is. But yeah, I have anxiety attacks. Most human beings have anxiety, just so we can be clear on this, and it just surfaces as one thing or the other. So shout out to Charlemagne the God. DSTN said, yeah, Charlemagne and Joe Budden always be at odds. They both speak to the same issue. Look, I want to explain something to everybody. Like, I get anxiety attacks, right? And for the most part, when I was younger, my anxiety attacks used to resurface as anger. So that's how come I'm telling you. I know for a fact. Sometimes when you see somebody get an anxiety attack, it's not what you think it is. I used to get anxiety attacks and it would surface as anger. So when I was a youth, I was just known for fighting all the time. I was known for arguing and fighting. Just all the time. Just, I'm probably gonna swing first. Like, that's what I was known as. So now I'm older and just life. I'm really a really humble individual. If you knew me like my whole life, I'm not talking about like, I've just been fortunate and unfortunate at the same time. All right, but I've been pretty fortunate. So I used to have, so when I was in my youth, my anxiety would surface up and it'd look like anger. It'd look like I'm upset. It'd look like I'm pissed. But in reality, it was frustration. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm trying to tell y'all, listen to your kids. My anxiety used to surface and it'd look like anger. It'd look like hate or I'm pissed. But in reality, I'd be frustrated because I'd be so used to having conversations with people that just never heard anything that I said. DSTN says, scary when you feel like a whole crowd is whispering around you. It took me a while too. Anxiety, when you having an anxiety attack, like, you feel like you're the center of the world at that moment. I'm going to tell you some weirdo shit that happened to me yesterday. So I was playing 2K. I said, I'm going to take a break. I was playing 2K. So I get on 2K and I was playing with some random person I've never seen before. And guess what? The motherfucker knew who I was. It was a fucking walk on. All of the people that walked on it was 2 people that knew who the fuck I was. Knew I was Jack Frost. I don't know how to feel about that. I literally don't know how to feel about that. There was 2 people that was on my team. They knew who I was. I do not know how to feel about that. I've been sitting here after that happened like, shit, I should probably change my fucking name on the game. So yeah, when you're having an anxiety attack, you feel like you're the center of the world. That's one of the reasons why some artists take downers to relax. You feel like you're the center of the world, man. And it's not necessarily a good thing. I'm just gonna say. Queen Shah says, yeah, that could be a good or bad feeling or both. You want to be happy because they recognize you, but you think that, no, the person was actually talking shit to me, apparently. Then I roasted them for a minute or two, and then just turned my mic off. Because I don't really want to, I don't really like talking on video games. I like to focus and concentrate. That's one. And 2, I don't like to, I'm trying my best to stay away from all conflict right now, and just in my life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying my best to say. Let me tell you what happened. So I walked outside last night, right? So I walked outside and I'm coming back to the hotel, whatever the case is. And some white dude is walking down the block. I don't know, some white dude. And it was like, I think he tried to like bump into me or started like a situation or some shit like that. So I just walked around him. Just to keep it a stack. Just walked around him. And he was like, I don't know if I'd be honest with you, I don't know if the dude was, I don't know what was going on. I just walked around the guy. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to avoid conflict. I lived a lot of my life being misunderstood. I lived a lot of, like, still even to this day, I'm misunderstood. But I lived a lot of my life with, because I have anxiety attacks, people that want to manipulate other people being able to point at if I have an anxiety attack and saying it's something other than what it actually is. And convincing other people. And there's nothing I can do about that. Or you think I'm always trying to encourage people to be good to their children? That's why. That's why. I haven't seen my daughter in a couple of years now. I haven't seen my daughter in a couple of years. Last time I saw her, she was graduating from elementary school. So I haven't seen my daughter in about 3 years. About 3 years. I ain't seen her. Not personally standing in front of me. We talk. But I haven't seen her. Personally. In the same room with her. But I haven't been able to hug her. Nothing like that. So hug your kids, man. I had gotten into a conversation with my daughter a while back, and she was talking to me about something, and I wasn't taking my own advice for a moment, and I turned it into a confrontational conversation that it didn't have to be. So then I get off the phone with her, and we get off the phone, and I'm busy thinking about what I did wrong. I'm not focusing on whatever she did or didn't do wrong. I'm the parent. I'm the adult. Right? What did I do wrong? So I'm thinking about the things in which I did wrong, and then I'm realizing that this is all learned behavior. All the things that I did wrong was learned behavior. Behavior that I learned because that's how people have responded to me so many times. The very next time I spoke to her, a couple of days for both of us to cool off, I apologized. The first thing I did. Because I'm the adult. I'm the parent. She can be wrong. It's okay for her to be wrong. It's not okay for me to conduct myself in a manner where I'm not understanding that it's okay for her to be wrong. And then on top of that, it's also okay for her to have her own perspective. So we had a whole nother conversation about similar thing, and I just let it be known, look, whatever you're gonna do, I'm gonna support, but I really, really want you to do this other thing. But whatever it is that you do, I'm gonna support. I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. It's a fucked up story. But I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. So when I first found out I had a daughter, she was already 4 years old. Her mother contacts me. She finds me on I forgot what she found me on, like Google Plus or something. So she contacts me. And she's like, you got a daughter. Says her name, beautiful name. And I'm like, see, when she was pregnant, she told me that she was pregnant. But it's a long story. When she told me, we weren't in a relationship. And she said that she was pregnant, but she also was telling me she was literally in a relationship with a dude that lived next door to her. Long story short, I had been trying to get an ex-girlfriend of mine pregnant for about 1.5 years. I was unsuccessful. So I genuinely thought that the problem has to be me. Do y'all understand? Every time I'm trying to explain something to y'all and I'm telling y'all that something is going wrong, the first thing I do is think, I might be the problem. Could have been something I did. So I always thought the problem was me, so I just thought I couldn't have children. I'm just going to keep it a stack with you. So, homegirl hits me up. The last time we had sex was like in July. So homegirl hits me up in the end of August, beginning of September. And she tells me that she's pregnant. But before she tells me she's pregnant, she says, and now that I'm looking back on it, she did it the right way. I can't criticize the way that she did it. She did it the right way. She told me I had been speaking to her previously, and she had always told me that she wasn't seeing anyone. I was like, are you seeing anybody? Because I said, I live far, because we live real far from one another. She lived in another state. So I was like, I live far. I was like, I don't think you should hold on for me. If you find somebody, you need to go date them, because I live far. I'm currently going to school and I work full time, both full time. So I really was trying to get back up there to see her at some point, and I just couldn't get up there to see her. This is the fact. So she told me she was never seeing anybody. So anyway, it comes out that she tells me on the same day that she tells me that she's pregnant, she says she's been seeing the dude that lived next door. Me thinking I can't have kids, I say, well, it's that guy's kid. This whole time I've been talking to you almost every day, and every day you've been telling me that you're not seeing nobody while I'm trying to encourage you to see somebody. I wasn't playing. And now imagine if I would have went up there to go see her and some nigga would have jumped out the bushes and tried to stab me. You feel me? Anyway. So when I found out about my daughter, it wasn't until she was about 4 years old. As soon as I saw her, I said, boom, that's my daughter. I could tell. I looked right at her. She looked just like me, just light skinned. And a different nose. That's it. Everything else is she got my whole face. She got my whole face. Every time I open my Instagram, it's always women. This shit is crazy. Every single time. I'm not lying to you. So hold on, let me show you a picture. She got my whole face. For real, for real. When she was a kid, for all the way. Like now she's a little bit older. She resembles me a little, but not like she used to. So this is the photo I usually show. So this is my daughter. Alright, so, and this is the whole reason why I'm telling y'all this whole story. I used to work for a family member. Whenever Christmas came around, whenever my daughter's birthday came around, or whenever any time came around that I would want to either go spend time with my daughter or send my daughter money or buy my daughter a gift, the rat bastard I used to work for used to make sure I had no work. So every other time of the year, I'll be working pretty nice, pretty well. But as soon as it's my daughter's birthday, as soon as it's Christmas, as soon as it's my own birthday, as soon as it's like somewhere where I would want to send my daughter some money or do something for my daughter. My own father used to do this to me, by the way. I used to work for him. I wouldn't be able to get no work. There was work. He just wouldn't work me. He would let other people work instead. So I would be going to my father every day begging him, yo, could I work today? No, we got to let this other person work because they got bills to pay. But my daughter's birthday is in a week. Don't worry about it. I got you. I go to him the next day. I need to work today. My daughter's birthday is in a week. Oh, don't worry. I got you. I come to him. I need to work today. My daughter's birthday is in 3 days. Don't worry. Do you understand what I'm saying? So then when my daughter's birthday come, I got to either choose between going to see her or sending her a gift. Those are my two options because I don't have enough money to do anything else. So these are the type of decisions and choices I've always had to make. So yeah, I've always had anxiety. I've always had anxiety. That's a fact. Because I've always had to, the people who was the closest people next to me usually been the people making my life the most difficult. So I've always had anxiety. This is her right here. That's my daughter. And she's extremely sassy, extremely smart-mouthed, extremely intelligent. Oh, and he would also go tell other people that I don't do nothing for my daughter also on top of that. So I also had to deal with that. Him going around saying that I don't go see my daughter and I don't go buy stuff for my daughter. Wow, whenever he knows I'm going to go see my daughter or whenever he knows I'm going to go do something for my daughter, what he would do is make sure I don't got no money. So this is literally what I had to go. So I had to go find something else to do. I had to go make a way. I'm looking for something. Appreciate that. Yes, I make beautiful babies, man. I don't know what to tell you. Yo, she look. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. When she was a kid, yo, her hair is super curly. By the way, my hair is really curly also. My hair is actually pretty straight. Like if you touch my hair, like my hair is like super soft, super straight. The shit is retarded. I do not got like regular black nappy hair to keep it a fact. I got it. My grandmother was like really like part Native American or something. So I don't know. Anyway. So do go by your kids, yo. For real. I'm just saying. I just wanted to bring up that story. I miss my daughter. But that just goes to show you how people will put you in a fucked up situation, and then after they put you in a fucked up situation, what they're gonna go do is they're gonna like then criticize, you know, whatever actions you took that you had no choice but to take. You understand what I'm saying? So niggas will do that. So shout out to them for that though. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact too. That's a 100% fact. Oh, also he did it to my other brothers also. So he ain't just do it to me, just so we could be clear. You know, he'll do it to my other brother and then send my other brother's daughter like money and gifts and shit like that, and then be like, well, see, your father couldn't do nothing for you, I did it. But at the same time, what he's doing is making sure that my other brother, because my other brother worked for him, what he's also doing is make sure that whenever any of our kids' birthdays come around, we don't have nothing, we can't do nothing for them. So then he's gonna go send them gifts and do for them, and he's gonna go tell the whole family that you don't do nothing for your kid. See, but I just didn't ever let him know my daughter's information or my daughter's mother information. So he was never able to go behind my back and do some shit like that. But yeah, he did it to my other brothers too. Shout out to him. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's that. I'm telling you what he used to do. That's a fact. That's a fact. I tried to tell people I was raised off of survival, man. That's all. I wasn't raised off of no love. Like, there was no love. I was raised off of survival. So y'all got a part of me when I react a certain way to things sometimes. For real, for real. For real, for real. You just imagine that, though. Yo, just think about how fucked up an individual gotta be to do some shit like that to somebody, though. Like, you gotta be a fucked up person, yo. Yo, let's keep it in a stack. Yo, you gotta be a fucked up person to do some shit like that to somebody, man. To try to make a person's child think that you don't care, that you don't care about them, and that try to make a person's child think that their parent don't care about them. That's so fucked up, yo. Yo, I try to laugh, yo. That's fucked up, man. The hell? That's fucked up. All y'all people that got fucked up parents, man, you better tell the people you in relationships with. I'm just keeping it a stack. All of you that got fucked up parents, y'all better tell the people you in a relationship with. Because if you don't tell them, your parents is going to go to those individuals and fuck your life up. Y'all motherfuckers be out here having fucked up relatives in general. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, a lot of y'all got fucked up situations and you don't even know. That's why I say that's why I'm the way I am. Like, I'm really a good person. I'm really a nice person. I just really only know evil people. Like, the majority of the people I know are just really fucked up people. I don't know what to tell you. Queen Shot said going through that now, can only watch from the side is frustrating and detrimental. Not what, yo. I'm gonna tell you something. This is another like really bad thing about being a good person. When you're a good person, people that aren't good people are always gonna gang up on you. You don't never notice good people you don't usually tend to ever see people who are actually good people ganging up on anybody. You don't tend to see that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't. When have you ever seen a pastors all sitting together talking about how they're gonna destroy some other pastor? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, when do you see good people ever sitting around talking about how they're gonna mess up other people's lives? How they're gonna try to stop people from doing stuff just because they don't want them to do it? Like, you don't hear good people talk like this. Good people don't think like that. You understand what I'm saying? Look, if once you're trying to control somebody, you're wrong. I'm going to say this again. Once your decision making process is based around how you are going to control another individual, you are 100% wrong. There's nothing right about what you're doing. There's nothing right about what you're saying. You are wrong. I'm going to say this one more time. Once your thought process Once your decision-making process is based around how you're going to control another person, you are wrong. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with anger stuck on their faces, but I see more evil people that smile a lot. Just to keep it a stack with you. A lot of the times you see people with, it look like anger is stuck on their face. Those are the people who are abused. A lot of times you see a person and their face is always looking curled up. A lot of times those were the people being abused. Do not let that go over your head. They're going through something. Let's be a little understanding. A lot of times you see a person walking around and they look like they're angry and they look like they're upset. They might be going through something. They might be evil also. Don't get confused, but they might be going through something. Because I know when I'm walking around and I'm looking the angriest that I'm looking, I'm stressing over something that's happening in my life that I can't affect in a positive manner. That nothing I could do could make it turn around. I used to have this habit of whenever I see somebody walking around and they looking like they're extremely upset, just saying hello or telling them that it's gonna get better. I used to do that. That used to be a habit of mine. I had to break myself out of it. But I used to do that because sometimes people just need to hear something positive. Sometimes people just need to hear something positive. I think we need to spend more time loving one another. I don't think that that's possible. I don't think that that's the way the world is going to go. But I think we need to spend more time loving each other. We need to spend less time criticizing. We need to spend less time ridiculing. I don't know what happened with your particular situation, Queen Shy. I'm assuming I know you, and I'm assuming you, and I know that you're pretty even keel. So I'm gonna assume that you was right in that particular situation. If I have to, go one way or the other, you're talking about. I'm not saying anything against you at all. I'm assuming you were right, not for nothing. Nah, I know you good. You good, Brad. Don't worry about it. I just didn't want you to think I was thinking because I have to. Sometimes I feel like my slightest misstep is gonna make me have an enemy for life. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Sometimes I feel like the slightest thing that I do, I might get an enemy that is just gonna follow me around until the day that I die. I'm just keeping it a stack. That's the way I be feeling. Like if I do anything, if I make any mistake, if I do anything wrong, if I say anything the wrong way, now I got another person that's following me around until I die. I don't make that type of money for people to be having this type of hate on me. That's the point I'm making. If I made the type of money that people, I wouldn't even be concerned. It wouldn't even be a thing. But I don't make the type of money that should have people being mad at me. What people are really mad at is that they can't get money off of YouTube. So they're mad that that YouTube don't pay like they thought YouTube was gonna pay them. So they're mad at me. That could be one of the issues why they're mad at me. They're upset because YouTube ain't paying them the way that they want YouTube to pay them. So everything I do is gonna make me get another enemy and another hater, and it's not even like normal. Somebody being pissed off at you, and then a couple of weeks go past and they go about their business. With me, it's a person get angry at me, and now it's for the rest of my life until I die. it's just until I die. It might be after I die. I'm pretty sure these people still gonna hate me after I die and make videos hating on me after I die. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so it's until they die, I guess. So yeah, so at least my name is gonna live on until they die, I guess. So no matter what happened to me, everybody's still gonna know, you know, even if it's bad information, people gonna even know Jack Frost existed, so fuck it, right? And anybody see Big Malo, tell him to hit me up. I've been waiting for him to contact me for how many days now? I've been waiting for Big Malo to hit me up for a couple of days now. If anybody see Big Malo, can you tell him to hit me? You're supposed to hit me on IG. He never did. Gotta drop some regular videos today. I have just not been getting around to it. I think I dropped one yesterday. What it do, Derek? What up, Derek? You got a lot of watch time today, so salute to that. The average person is staying in here for more than 10 minutes. Appreciate that. I gotta get y'all a good show tonight. Tonight, I gotta make the show lit. We have to have a lit show tonight. I have to make the show lit. Also, we are absolutely looking for $5 to $10 drops in the Cash App. I gotta make the right when I said that. That's probably Derek. Shout out to Derek with the $10 drop. He said for whatever. Appreciate you, my brother. Hey Derek, when are they opening up Atlanta? I mean, when are they opening up the Marvel Studios thing? Hey Derek. So when are they opening up the Marvel Studios thing? I'm still hoping to be on the on some kind of list for that shit. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna let y'all go. I guess I'm done. Derek, not Derek. Black Rob, very sad situation. DJ Self allegedly has a GoFundMe with 20K in it or something that he has not given over yet. Them other individuals that was collecting the money for Black Rob, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Black Rob's funeral already passed. The money is still in there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if they used that money for his funeral. I heard that Diddy was gonna pay for his funeral. So I want to know if they're gonna send the money back to the person. Derek said they're still treating things like there's a nuclear fallout. Let's hope all of that shit. Okay, Derek. Okay, real quick. I really want to go to if you're involved with Captain America 4. I really, really, really would like to come pull up on Captain America 4. Especially since it's what I heard it's going to be. If it's anything like what I heard it's going to be. I really want to pull up on Captain America 4. Just keep it a stack with you. Just to keep it a stack. Captain America 4. For real, for real. For everybody that don't know, if you haven't seen The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's 6 episodes on Disney Plus. Check it out. I don't know no other way to say this. If you have not watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, check it out. It's 6 episodes on Disney Plus. Done great. The whole Marvel treatment. As the Captain America series is my favorite Marvel MCU movie series. Period. The first one, I'm as far as the comic books are concerned, Spider-Man's my favorite comic book hero. Great power comes great responsibility. I try my best to live by that. But in the movies, Captain America is by far the greatest character. At least he embodies a lot of my ideals. So I fuck with Captain America, and I like the way that they did the movies in general. But I fuck with Captain America. He embodies a lot of my ideals. And I could 100% see me going back in time, having the opportunity to be with the woman that I love, and just saying, fuck everything else. I'm 100% that nigga. Had the opportunity to go back in time and be with the woman that I love, and just fuck everything else. Nothing else matters. I'm 100% that nigga. Derek said it's going to be filmed in Atlanta. Then it'll be in the studio I work at. They do all Marvel and big features. They're Guardians of the Galaxy starting up in a few weeks. If any of this shit die down, please, I need to come out there. I need to pull up on some of this shit. If any of this shit die down, that's a fact. I need to pull up on some of this shit. D-Man don't have D+. What are you talking about? They in full spling at Black Panther right now. Who are you talking to, Mark Hernandez? Are you talking to somebody I can't see? I'm working on She-Hulk for Disney Plus. It's going to be a huge show. They spending big money on it. They spending big money on all of them shits. Yes, they need to return 40 Cal's daughter. 40 Cal's daughter is missing. I should do a video on that today. Crisis says, Frost, you put a lot of yourself into your show. You want to let me know we appreciate you, value. Hey, my brother, ain't I supposed to ask? Call me after the show. Call me after the show. I'm gonna call you after the show, Crisis. I'm about to end the show right now. I'm gonna call you right now. Copy? That's all I see in my fucking jump off. I'm not gonna lie. And they always say that they just uploaded the damn things. It always says this. 7 minutes. Look, so what the fuck, yo? 6 minutes. Every time. Definitely sorry to hear that. Yeah, people IGs get flagged, but don't worry about it. What happens is this. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to flag your IG, flag your IG, flag your IG. And then you're going to be unflaggable. That's how I got monetized. Because they flagged my IG so many times that Instagram kept looking at my IG and seeing what I was posting. Then when Instagram started looking at me, seeing what I was posting, they decided they just monetized me. I didn't ask to be monetized or nothing. They just monetized me. So that's how my IG got monetized. To be honest with you, that's how I think it got monetized. Just one day, IG just told me I was monetized. Oh, Disney Plus. Yeah, Disney Plus. You got to get Disney Plus. Disney Plus is the shit. Right now I'm watching HBO Go, HBO Max, and Disney Plus. Those are my two go-tos that I watch. But we got a couple of videos we're gonna do. We're gonna drop videos today. I don't know how much Instagram we're gonna do, unless only Instagram we're doing today is promotion. So if anybody's trying to get promoted, we're dropping some promotion for Instagram. But we're going to be doing videos today. I got a couple of stories I'm going to talk about. We got to start getting some stories out on YouTube. I'm about to call you, Crisis, right after we get out of here. Let me call out these drops real quick. So if anybody want their drop called out, do it now. Shout out to Crisis. Shout out to James S. $5 drop. Shout out to E Dogs with the $5 drop. Shout out to New York New York Silver Stacker with the $5 drop. Shout out to, I'm not sure who this is, Fab with the $3 drop. Shout out to Every Gilchrist with the $5 drop. And shout out to Derek Devers with the $10 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are all the best. I appreciate when you like, comment, subscribe. When you just pull up, like you have no idea. I really do appreciate you guys. I'm going to let y'all go. Everybody, just have a beautiful day. Let's go be productive. Look for some videos today. I'm going to try to drop like 5 or 6 videos today. Look for videos today. You're probably not going to get notifications, but if you see them, go pull up on the video. It is what it is. And that's all we got. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Boomers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.